Welcome back to the Global Business Report here on Arise News. We're going to dive further into one of our headlines, that being Bybit, which is, of course, a cryptocurrency exchange headquartered in the British Virgin Islands, saying it secured a virtual asset platform operator license from the Securities and Commodities Authority of the United Arab Emirates. Now, of course, according to a press release, let's head to, I'm happy we're going to be having a tech conversation with someone outside of Lagos for a change. We're going to head to Port Harcourt now, River State, to speak with Karla Nwaeke, who, of course, is the founder of Bitsave protocol and lead partner at Bordeless. Karla, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I wanted to get your thoughts on Bybit's move into the United Arab Emirates and getting the approval.
Okay, thank you so much, Reuters. It's always a pleasure being with you guys at Arise TV, calling in from different time from Karatizo Studios at Port Harcourt. Thank you so much. All right, so Bybit getting into the UAE, that's a really big move, and it's a great one because it shows that UAE as a country has a stable regulation as regards what their stand is with crypto and digital assets.
Now, one of the products that they're offering is a tokenized money market fund. I mean, what do you make of these decentralized financial assets and what they could offer to investors?
Okay, thank you. What they could offer is liquidity and access beyond paper. So I'll give you an example. You know how we have the Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, which is essentially wrapping Bitcoin and Ethereum in traditional finance assets, so that people who want to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum or trade it in the capital markets don't need to do anything with private keys or wallets or having a lot of other stuff. What is happening here is we are also doing the same thing, and when I mean me, I mean like the blockchain ecosystem is doing the same thing with traditional finance, where because of that product, that the token or the digital asset that they are creating, people on chain or the same users on chain can buy traditional finance assets like government treasury bonds or even stocks. They can buy it with that token. So that gives more liquidity. And they can buy that without having to get a broker at the bank or having to fill a complex form somewhere. Just think about people in my generation who are already earning on chain and want to have access to these other markets apart from DeFi. And you know, I have the token for that bank. I can just use it to make the swaps, and I'm able to invest in my country's government bonds, treasury bills, or stocks without having to go to the bank or doing all of that. So that's what this digital asset provides. It gives ease of liquidity, and regardless of where I am in the world, I can invest in my own country's assets without having to go to their banks and fill forms and stuff like that.
Karla, thank you so much for the breakdown. And I'm a big fan of what you've been doing. I want to talk about Pan-African commerce. You were at an event, I think it's Made in Nigeria 2025, and remind me whether that was in River State or somewhere.
Yeah.
You talked about
no, that was in River State.
River State, fantastic. It's great to see these tech hubs being so active outside Lagos and being other parts of the country. Talk to us about what blockchain can provide in terms of Pan-African commerce. What the impacts could be.
Okay, thank you. So to give context, Africa has 54 countries, and that's 54 different currencies. I'm not even about to think about the friction that would cost when somebody from Nigeria wants to trade with somebody in Madagascar, and there's no liquidity. If I was to do the normal transactions through banks, it would take ages and time that goods cannot wait for. But imagine we have a ledger system for our commercial goods Just like we have ledger system for the banks, like Nigeria it's NIBBS, and then I think internationally it's SWIFT. What if we have a ledger system for our goods, for our produce, for our commerce, and money can move easily on chain, right, without even having to cut off the banks? Because think about it, we already have our own stable coins, and that means that anybody outside Nigeria can access those stable coins, right? What if other countries have the same, and then there's a market, a Pan-African market, where our stable coins can connect, can swap? Payments will become easier. We'll cut payments for goods and services from days to minutes. The next problem would be to think about logistics, and that's also a solution that can even be done on chain. So that's what I think can happen.
Great stuff, great stuff. Talk to us about what Monad Nigeria is. I know you've been working with a lot of universities. You've been training a lot of potential software engineers. Well, I know it's an event coming up or something. What is Monad about? What are you trying to do here with software skills?
Oh, okay, thank you. So we have an event coming up called Bordeless 4.0. It's happening, it's the first time it's happening in University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And Monad Blockchain is looking to partner with us. And so we have a mini event with them in Port Harcourt to speak with developers. So Monad is a layer 1 blockchain that is 100% EVM compatible. What that means is that anybody who's building on any Ethereum infrastructure can build on Monad blockchain. So the partnership that we are discussing on and collaborating on is to be able to bring these tech skills, these blockchain development tech skills to Nigeria, sponsored by Monad, to also creatives. So it's not just developers, it's creatives, it's founders, entrepreneurs, non-technical entrepreneurs who want to build, right? You don't have the tech, but you have the idea, right? When you come in, we can, merge you with the devs, and then you guys form a team. With the creatives also, so you're good with Web3, you want to help simplify the concept of what Web3 is and all. So the partnership that we're trying to do with Monad is to make it possible that these different categories of skilled young Nigerians can benefit from both the learnings and the funding that Monad would bring to the Bordeless ecosystem. So that's what we're doing. If it's for the event, there's a dev event tomorrow, and then there's the bigger one at Nsukka, which is the Bordeless 4.0 event.
All right, and look, we got to go, but is there a healthy amount of interest in the blockchain outside of Lagos? What are you, from where you are in River State and elsewhere across the country, is that interest there?
It's massive. The question you should be asking is how big is the interest, not if the interest is there. It is massive. I mean, before we started in 2022, when we started Borderless in 2022, the kind of events you used to have in Port Harcourt or around River State was maybe, come and trade, blockchain, airdrop, just trade, basically. But when we started, between 2022 and now 2025, we are seeing blockchain ecosystems like Monad, Lisk was here, Avalanche, there are lots of them right now here. So it's not just only about Lagos and the West. Right now in the South Side, it's big. You should also check, there are lots of ecosystems that are coming, and lots of developers and builders and founders that are coming out of this region. So the interest is massive.
That's very, very, very encouraging. Karla, thank you so much for talking to us. Bitsave Protocol, of course, Borderless founder there, joining us from River State, Port Harcourt. Thank you so much for your time.